Hello everybody, Andy here again. Well, I said I was going to make a video about the making of the calendar, the 2010 Vloggerhood calendar, as seen on YouTube. But since I mentioned that, something happened last night. Someone left a comment on my channel, actually, my YouTube channel, saying, do you realise this is our 4th Christmas here on YouTube? And it's the same person that had been here for a similar length of time as me, as I know so many other people have. That sort of class of 2006 that I've mentioned before. And that sort of gets you thinking, I mean, because the time has flown by so quickly since I've been here, since August 2006, you tend to forget all that type of thing. And it makes you think of all those type of things that have happened, everything that's gone on to bring you to where you are now. And it's been a real sort of journey, one that I've relayed before, I know. But some of that's sort of really coming together now. It's like lots of little jigsaw pieces, and when you start on YouTube, they're just thrown around all over the place, or maybe you don't even know that they're there, you haven't noticed them. And then as you go on and things happen, these pieces start meeting up, whether they be people, whether they be ideas, whether they be little groups, or whatever it might be, the friendships you make, and then it starts to all piece together. And I think I've got a pretty complete jigsaw puzzle now. You know, I can see exactly what it is, and I can see exactly what, you know, where every piece goes, even if there might be a couple of little bits missing, but it's pretty much there. I hope you can understand that sort of analogy, because this particular calendar project is the sort of coming together, the sort of fruition, I suppose, of something, that whole sort of 3 and a part bit year calendar. It's a physical product. Yes, I haven't actually got my copy yet, but it's there. It's on the lulu.com website. You've probably seen the videos that myself, Ken and Gary have made, and I've seen a video by Phil, Fantastic Babblings, as well, so thanks Phil for your help in that. And I've seen people tweeting it and that's exactly what we want to do, is to get the word out there and try and make some money, get the word out there about the people, get the word out there about the whole idea that we've got here, because it's going to expand, it's going to be something a bit bigger. And that's another point to this. It's that real meeting of minds. And how all this came about was just more or less a throwaway comment on Twitter, I think, by Gary, saying, wow, look at some of these photos. I think I just uploaded the photo onto TwitPic or something. He said, there's some good photos here, not just mine, other people's as well, and other people put their own photos up there on TwitPic especially, but things like Daily Booth and that come along. People use Flickr a lot as well. And we suddenly realised that there were a lot of very talented people here, photographers here, and people who had a passion for photography, as I mentioned in the other video. And Gary happened to mention, wouldn't it be great if we could put all these together in a book or something like that? So that starts the old brain ticking away and the old cogs moving. And as quite often happens with this, a conversation on Twitter then moves over to email, and an email thread starts up between myself, Gary and Ken as well, talking about this and what we could possibly do. The idea originally was to do some sort of photo book, which we may well do in the future, and invite some more people in to do this. But we realised, I think Ken came up with the idea, why not do a calendar for 2010? We've got the ideas, we've got the time to do it. Hopefully, if we get it done quickly, we can invite 12 people initially, 12 months of the year. But what we did, we drew up a very quick list. Once again, we were pretty much in agreement with just about everybody on there. Invited 15 people, and thankfully, thanks to you guys, every single one of them actually agreed to it. Yes, we know we could have picked other people. We had to do this quickly. Yes, there are lots of other very talented photographers out there, and I've thought of some since, and I know the other guys probably have as well. But as I said, for the future, for the photo book or some other project that we come along with, and maybe we'll do another calendar next year. If this is a success, why not? As I said before, we'll do it for different charities. This time it's the Nature Conservancy. We did actually come up with, or Ken came up with, a list of 5 different charities that we could possibly give the money to, but we had a vote, the Nature Conservancy won, but it was a very close run thing between some of the others as well, so I'm sure they will benefit from this at some time in the future as well. So we thought about that, throwing ideas around, and then what happened whilst we were doing this, because Gary basically designed the calendar itself. We had our input as to what we wanted on it, and we were throwing ideas around, but Gary designed it, and I think he's done a very good job bringing those skills in that we've got from elsewhere. One of the great things about this collaboration, most of us have done collaboration videos, but this is collaborating. When you do a collaboration video, you just generally, there's an idea, someone invites you or something, you make a clip, you send it off, and that's the end of your involvement, really. The editor is the person who puts it all together. with a collaboration like this, with a calendar or something like that, we're all collaborating. We've all got our fingers in the pie. We're all putting that recipe together and mixing it all up and thinking, oh, well, should we add that, or should we, no, let's take that out, or maybe we can expand this and make it bigger than what it was, etc. And I think that takes these things to a different level. It takes that collaboration another sort of step up, which I think is great, bringing those ideas to fruition, because as I said, everyone brings their own skills to the table. And one of the good things is the fact that we all tend to agree on what we do, and that's another good thing here. You meet these like-minded people over this course of the 3 years. Yes, you might find people you don't get on quite so well with. Those relationships may well fall by the wayside. You find others, you latch on to certain people, and I've seen it not just amongst the group that I'm involved with, if you want to put it that way, but I've seen it with other people. Groups get together of like-minded people, and that's great, you know, and that's one of the ideas of this whole calendar project and the Vloggerhood .org website as well, because it's bringing people together. The calendar's brought people together from across the world who've got share a common interest in photography and share an interest in their own place where they live as well, a love of where they live, and they like to express it through photographs as well, and even through videos as well. We want to celebrate that type of thing. There's YouTubers who've got Flickr accounts and everything like that as well. And part way through this, Ken suddenly came up with this idea of why not make a website out of it. He went off and bought the domain names for vloggerhood.org, and I think he bought another one. He made a very quick website, and then once again the virtual brainstorming comes out, and we've changed it and we've added bits on, and we're all sort of adding things and deciding on which way it's going to go. We have other projects in the pipeline. That's what I like, and some of the feedback I've seen already and some of the comments that I've seen, people think, yeah, this is a good idea. And I really believe that in some of the conversations that we've had between myself, Gary and Ken, we have some good ideas, some which we can't talk about at the moment, which hopefully will be coming off next year. But as I said, we may be doing that photo book, we may be doing other things, maybe other people who have been involved so far can think of ideas that they'd like to see done as well. If we can raise some money for charity, I think Ken made a comment in one of the email streams or whatever it was that we had there about how the sort of philanthropic side of it, we can show once again that old thing that I've talked about so many times, showing YouTube for something that other people don't think it is. That meeting of minds, that meeting of people, bringing those ideas and everything, and actually creating something tangible, something physical. Yes, I haven't got my copy, but it's in the post, and we've sold a few already. So all the profits, as I said before, will be going to charity. We can do that in the future. We can do something a bit different. We can make a difference in lots of different ways, individually, especially at Christmas. And as I said, maybe this can be an annual event. We do a calendar every year, maybe get some different people in together. If you've got ideas that you think would be good, let me know, let Ken know, or let Gary know, and maybe we can think about that. If you're interested in the idea, I shall put the links as usual to the vloggerhood.org website there as well. It's being constantly updated, the site members and everything. At the moment we're just inviting the people that are involved with the actual projects that we're doing, and the people that were involved in the initial sort of Vloggerhood concept, which came out in sort of early 2006, and that's really where all of this comes from the This Is Our Vloggerhood video, which you haven't seen it. It's on the Vloggerhood website as well, a video that I made with Kurt and also with Mark the Frozen Ghost, and then that's what got me involved with people like Ken and Gary, and the rest, as they say, is history. So I'm very excited about this whole project and where it's going to lead and the possibilities for it. We've already had some great ideas as to what could happen in the future. As I said, one of the projects that hopefully is going to come to fruition sometime next year could be very exciting, and we can use that particular Vloggerhood site as well to group everything all together for a particular project, and but we can still use our own channels as well. There's links on the channel. If you go to the Vloggerhood website, all the people involved, I've just been on there and I've just updated everyone's personal information, all the members and all the people that helped us with the photographs. There's links to their Flickr pages, there's links to their YouTube accounts and their blogs or whatever it is that they asked to be put on there. So go to that site, have a look, and then it leads you on to somewhere else as well. Hopefully it's a good way of publicising the people who are here, the talent that we've got here, as we said before, because there is a lot of talent. A lot of these people deserve more attention than they get, and hopefully this is a way of doing it, but also showing a completely different side to YouTube. We know what it's like, but hopefully it can create a bit of an impact elsewhere. If you want to if you want to publicise this in any way, make your own videos, tweet the links, put it on your Facebook or something, we would be very much appreciative. As I said, we don't make a penny or a cent or whatever out of this. All of the profits go to the Nature Conservancy, which I think is good. And I just want to leave you with a comment that Gary put in one of the emails between us when we got this up and running, because there's always that slight amount of doubt. Everyone's busy at this time of year. Things take longer than you anticipate. You're changing little things. Some things aren't possible, and we all sort of said, "Oh, isn't it great? What a great little project!" And we're all sort of patting ourselves on the back. And one of the expressions that Gary used, he said, "This is fucking awesome," and I totally agree with him. I think this is a great project. I hope you agree too. And here's to the next one. So thanks for your time. I shall speak to you again soon. Goodbye.